Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW. We're here in the Tier 7 Mainz CE. Yes, I had the Mainz from the campaign, I think it was, wasn't it? Or was it the Bureau? Can't remember. But we slap out a great big 3225 base XP score in this one. And seriously, I had to sit down and let my eyeballs stop spinning for about 10 minutes after I finished this game. It starts slow, but then it's going to get absolutely frantic. Now, you all know me, I like to play my destroyers. I've been dabbling my hand in the battleships for the legendary mods and not doing too bad, but not always doing brilliantly. And yeah, there has been a bit of rage here and there, because to be honest, some of the people that are playing this game at the moment, it's just ridiculous with how bad it is. And yeah, I think it's gotten worse since they introduced these missions for the legendary mods, because all anybody's out for is get their missions accomplished and screw the game. But we're across here on A cap. We have 3 cruisers on this side, and I want to push in and try and contest this cap and try and get onto A. There are 2 destroyers. I don't think we've got a destroyer across on this cap, but let's put some shots of that Musashi out there before we try and tuck into this corner. Now, there's going to be some brave people in this game, and there's going to be some stupid people in this game. But here we go. We get the Hayate spotted way across there. We get some shots in his direction. We're having to lead him by a long way, but we do get a fire, and we get some cap resets on him. Now, really, it'd be great if everybody focused him. The destroyer starts taking fire from the cruisers at the top end of A cap, and for some reason we've got I think it's an Iowa that just goes backwards for the first 14 minutes of the game, and there's a cruiser who's gone all the way to that island out on the left flank. Now, I know that you can get shots onto that top corner from there, but it really is going a long way out of position, certainly when the majority of the battle in the early stages of the game is towards the centre of the map. And now that I'm kind of certain that there's no torpedoes coming this way, I'm going to try and get tucked in on this cap, because red team are pushing a B hard. The destroyer has come they're pushing C hard. The destroyer has come away from B, and he's coming towards A, which is great. More ships means we cap faster, or rather we cap 50% faster, because if you didn't know, if you've got 1 ship in the cap, it goes up, let's say, by 1 point per tick. But if you've got 2 ships in, you don't get as much per ship. You get 0.75 sort of cap points per tick. I think that's what it was described as on one of the live streams. So for 2 ships in, you're getting 1.5 per tick, and 1 ship in, you're getting 1. So they can't reset all the points, but if they're looking at a ship and shooting at a ship, then they can reset that ship's points. So that's one to remember if you're pushing a cap. Destroyers are good on caps, because as long as there's not a destroyer to contest them, they can stay hidden and they can tick up all the cap points even if you are getting reset. Now, looking at this, we've got 4 ships, so pretty much half the red team are parked on this corner, and there is a ship coming on alongside me on my right, which is my starboard side. But we're trying to figure when to push. We don't want to push alone, because there's a lot of ships out there. But what we do need to do is push fast, push in force, knock some holes in there, and then get across to B cap. And I'm sort of saying, come on, BB, don't hang back there. Get yourself up a little bit and push towards B cap. But yeah, I know that there is at least 1 destroyer out there, so I can understand them wanting to hang back a little way, but not quite perhaps that far. Okay, we've got some backup. I was kind of hoping that the destroyer would head across the B cap too, and I'm pinging them up to say, hey, go there, go there. But I'm going to end up heading across there myself, absolutely running the gauntlet, all the while spamming high explosive as rapidly as I can. And I know I'm at a very, very bad angle here, but along with this battleship, we're going to try and rain on this guy, get rid of him, and then get onto another target. Now, I know Mainz is a jam spamming HE monster, and we're going to pop shots at literally anything we can get sight of. There's the Bismarck out there. There's another cruiser, I think. He's way, way out of range. So 3 ships completely out of position on the map that have let us push in and take the cap. I think it's a Suzuya that's way out there on the left. And yeah, I know it is a long range spammer as well. I'm trying to push across to B, all the while trying to get shots and fires onto that Bismarck before he drops out of sight behind that island. So here we are, we're on B cap, we get the Friesland spotted, and he is a nasty piece of kit, and I want to try and save our destroyer here. He drops behind the rock, but we have got quite a high arc on these shells, and we're going to keep pounding at him. He hasn't got torpedoes, so I'm not scared of staying in this cap. We have got a fire on the Friesland, which is obviously going to damage control, and he comes out the other side, so we're going to go to Pound Town, but the destroyer has dropped a smoke screen, and that temporarily let him disappear from sight. Now he's going to do his horrible little zigzaggy thing and try to push away. He's dropped detection, but we need this cap. There we go. We get an assisting cap. We've helped that destroyer out. We've saved him from getting gunned down by the Friesland, but the Hayate is around the corner. So we've got the Friesland, the Hayate, we've got a Lafudra, and I think it's a Kansas. So 4 out of 6 ships across here. The destroyer has gone the other way. And this is where I start to panic a little bit. Because the Friesland can be nasty. Yes, it only has 2 guns, but it's got a very fast reload. And the Hayate is very stealthy and has hard-hitting torpedoes. So I'm like, what's the best way to position myself here? So I decide that I'll try and back up and get some shots onto Lafudra. The Iowa is out there, the Lafudra is broadside to it, so that should be a large juicy target for the Iowa, and there come the shots. I just want him to clear the edge of there. I think he knows those torpedoes are coming, because I think the destroyer might be screening for him. But there we go. Now we overcompensate here. We back up a little bit too far, and his secondaries get onto us, and we get set on fire. We put a shot of torpedoes out, and now we realise we're getting shot at from the front as well. That is the Friesland, but we want to fire on this Lafudra before we dip out of sight back into cover. Now we need to swing our head around, drop detection, and see if we can find these destroyers. Now, as long as that Friesland is in a smoke screen, he's happy. I know he's got his 5k sonar out there as well. I just need to drop detection so I'm not spotted and let this fire burn down. The Lafudra is backing up. He appears to still be ticking. But he's going to repair that, and what we can't allow him to do is to pull his will to rebuild. And now we are up Ship Creek without a paddle. There's the Friesland having another crack. He drops behind cover. That was a smart move, getting his guns off there. I've pushed out. I've overcommitted here. The Lafudra is looking straight at me, and I'm expecting just to disappear back to port with giant holes in the side of my ship. But we get another fire on him, that is going to tick. We're going to stay on him because we don't want to repair this fire until he is gone and can't get another shot onto us. I know that the freezer on there, he is the lowest risk. But our destroyer gets a torpedo on that Lafoudre. He would have burnt out, but now I've got the Kansas barreling in. And I'm kind of wondering what that Iowa is actually doing out there, because he's way down there right against the back line of the map. The Lafoudre was broadside, the Alabama was broadside, and yet they've survived the game. Now I know I'm running into an island here, but there we go. We get a fire on the Alabama. The Friesland is going to make an appearance again because he knows I'm stuck. But sorry, Sunshine, I have had enough of your ship for this game, and as long as you are visible, I am going to shoot at you until you disappear. He's going to get lucky, zipping between salvos, but before long your luck is going to run out, and I don't care. I'm going to keep firing at you. There we go. We finally pick ourselves up a kill. It's taken long enough. Now let's have a look at where our ships are. One of our cruisers is there pushing in to defend B cap. Good job, Sunshine. And our Iowa is still riding the line at the back of the map. Now, because of the angle of my shots, I could get shots across here on this Alabama, but I'm not expecting to survive. We've got fire on him again. We're still popping shots over. The Hayate is here somewhere. There he is. And literally, I'm thinking, torpedoes. Oh no. I'm shafted, I'm screwed, I'm broadside to an Alabama. There's going to be a load of torpedoes come in. We'll do what we can for as long as we can. If we die, we die. I am going to stick my nose right against this rock. There are some shots from the Iowa. He has finally found forward gear and is coming off the back of the map. The game is practically over. We haven't even broken 100,000 damage yet, and this has been crazy so far. But Alabama straight in front of us. We are going to keep going to Pound Town on him. We're down to like 2 bars of health. We're going to keep on him. I don't want anybody else having this kill. I've done the work. There we go. Second kill of the game. Now I'm panicking. My head is literally going to be on a swivel here. I want to back up into C cap, but I get spotted. I don't know if he's there or if he's off there behind me. He could have gone round the island and come back in. So I decide the safest thing to do is to open some distance. We're going to keep him guessing. We disappear. We're covering that corner just in case he comes round, because I think he would be detected at that range. But we are looking. We're looking for what's in front of us, what's behind us, where can we turn to, can I cut through there and go out that direction. The Iowa has actually started heading across this direction. It's very kind of him. The game's almost over, mate, and you're never going to make the cap. And to be frank, I think he's just trying to open up as much distance as possible between him and where the destroyer might be. But there he is. He's coming running straight in against me, just on the limit of concealment, and that is going to cost him dearly. At times there, I really felt like I was fighting a 360-degree battle. It's not the greatest of scores by any means possible, but 270 odd main gun hits there with 14 fires, picking up 3 kills, 2 cap assists and 7 cap defense. It was crazy. 3,225 base XP. So, yep, I feel good for surviving that one, but it didn't look good for a long time. There's our Iowa, finishes 6th for the team, believe it or not. And our Suzuya, that was out there on the flank, he managed to bag himself a 3rd spot. So if your eyeballs have stopped spinning too, then please do hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to stick around and click one of these links and watch another video, I'll be more than grateful. Don't forget to leave something in the comments for me as well. Until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.